Good day, collective. Good afternoon, good evening, or whatever time you may come across this reading. I'm your Terrible Healer, Sherelle, here to give you a message from the Most High God, Spirit, and Natural Team. Let's do whatever comes out. Spirit, what is it that we need to know? What is going on with the collective? Yeah, let's go. What's going on with the collective? Okay, so we have Queen of Wands. So someone is in their leadership. What else, Spirit? What else, Spirit? This one wanted to come out. Let's see what that is. Make some sense of this. Oh. Ten of Pentacles. Oh. Two of Cups. Okay, with that one to come out. Which was Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what these mean. Let's get into it, y'all, shall we? Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands, again, who symbolizes or represents passionate confidence and magnetic individual with a strong sense of self, known for her enthusiasm, creativity, and adventurous spirit. Yes, indeedy. Natural entertainer. So that may resonate with someone. Okay. Let's also look into the Seven of Swords. Let's see what that means. So the Seven of Swords is trickery or need for cunning and strategy, but can also represent strategic thinking, resourcefulness, or getting away with something. Okay, so someone, let me see that again. So maybe the Queen of Wands is sensing someone of deception or sensing some sort of deception. No, what I would say is a Queen of Wands is tapping into her creativity so that she can plan, so she can strategically plan a Ten of Pentacles is what I'm going to say. Let's see what the Ten of Pentacles is. Yeah. Legacy. Okay, yes, we're going to keep it on a positive note, y'all. Okay. Yes, this is how I'm seeing this. So we have a Queen of Wands here who is a natural entertainer, who is creative, and who is stepping into she is stepping into her strategic planning technique to bring forth this legacy of hers, this abundance for her family, family security is what I'm getting with this. Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups represents partnership, signifying emotional connection, mutual attraction, and harmonious exchange between two people. Union of forces. Hmm. I could take this as maybe a Queen of Wands is strategically planning on how she is going to bring forth abundance with a connection, is what I can also say. Some sort of emotional connection or a partnership or some sort of unity is what I can also get with this. Confirmation. Or a Queen of Wands is going to partner up with someone to strategically plan on how they can bring forth this legacy is also what I can get from that. Because with this Queen of Pentacles, it represents earthly wisdom, practical and nurturing abundance. See, abundance again. So this will bring forth some type of abundance, of course. So someone who's down to earth and resourceful, who has a connection to nature, is what I'm also getting with this. Who's also practical, or who can be practical and nurturing. Someone who's grounded. And then we get resourceful, because this is also grounded and resourceful and generous, embodying success through hard work and deep connection to home and family. Wow. This goes along with these three cards here. The Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, I'm sorry. The Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, confirmation. That's what I'm getting with this, guys. So someone is thinking of a plan to build this with someone, to build a legacy with someone who's grounded, someone who's creative, someone who is so I'm getting also I'm also getting someone who is a natural entertainer, and someone who is grounded and resourceful, are strategically plan is going to come together, from what it seems like, who is going to come together to strategically plan on how they could build a legacy together. That's what I'm getting. And it can be two females, because it's two females here. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles is what I'm getting with this. This is how I'm seeing this, y'all. Okay. Let's see if we can get a run a sum up, summarized message here. Confirmation. So what we have here is that it symbolizes the confidence of the Queen of Wands and the stability of the Queen and the Ten of Pentacles, with the potential for a rebellious, it says deceptive or rebellious element from the Seven of Swords. But I will look at this. Well, it could be someone could be deceptive. So I'm going to just put it out there too. So someone could be deceptive in this energy and or rebellious in this energy. So it can possibly, because I was trying to keep it on a positive note, but let's continue. It says element of the Seven of Swords, or underpinned by a strong positive connection from the Two of Cups. So it can be a possible, confident, practical partnership. where the Queen of Wands represents a fiery confidence and passion, while the Queen and Ten of Pentacles represent stability, nurturing, and long-term security. These cards together suggest a relationship built on solid foundation and mutual respect, practicality, and a deep, committed partnership. Or it can symbolize this, because we can look at it so many different ways, and I guess I have to put it out there in all ways of shape or form. So it can also be a potential betrayal. The seven of Swords is a warning sign of deception, betrayal, or someone acting against the group's best interest. It indicates a partner who is being deceitful, or a situation where you are being taken advantage of. It's a call to be cautious and to not trust blindly. It's also a strong romantic connection with underlying risks. The Two of Cups is a very positive card for love and partnership, representing deep chemistry and a strong mutual attraction. However, the presence of the Seven of Swords introduces a significant warning that this connection is at risk, or that one of the parties is not being honest or faithful. So it could be a conflict between stability and deception, a challenging but loving dynamic. So it could be one of those scenarios that was put out there. I just had to get a confirmation on that, because I would like for it to be all positive, but we also want to be aware of anything else that could be possibly underlining. As far as the Swords is concerned, the Swords is like a knife in the back, some type of betrayal type of thing. But again, it also means strategically and planning. So it can be taken either way. But from what I see is two females possibly. It don't have to be. But this is what I'm seeing here. Two females coming together, trying to strategically plan something to bring forth this Ten of Cups and loving type of dynamic here. What else, Spirit? I feel like this went even a little deeper, because we have here the sacrifice, the hangman. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. I didn't see that there. So, you know what? This definitely may not be a good one, because we know what the Ten of Swords is. That's swords twice. So, a betrayal. So, maybe someone is trying to strategically plan a betrayal here. And someone's being called to use their intuition for the High Priestess. Yeah. That's what I'm getting here. So we also have two females again. So we have the High Priestess and the Empress. We also have the Strength. Someone is being called to be strong and to use their intuition as the Empress. Also step into their High Priestess energy as the Empress. To see this betrayal is what I'm seeing here. That could be possibly brewing between someone. And I don't know, for some reason it makes me feel like it would be this Queen of Wands that's coming in to strategically plan this betrayal, because of her natural entertaining energy, if you want to say, coming in with that type of energy to strategically plan this betrayal, because this Queen of Pentacles, she's grounded, you know? She's grounded. Let's see. Someone's being called to be strong here. I assume to properly turn down this offer is what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. So I feel like I was on the path of what I was just saying. It says a significant period of growth and challenge marked by a need to balance passion and intuition with practicality and responsibility. It indicates that while a strong nurturing foundation is possible, you may face a difficult, potentially painful betrayal or conflict that must be overcome before you can achieve true partnership and lasting security. You are being called to trust your inner wisdom and be strong in defending your goals, even if it means making a sacrifice. It also says, despite the challenges, the combination of the High Priestess and the Strength card suggests that you have the inner fortitude and wisdom to overcome these obstacles and emerge stronger. However, a necessary sacrifice must be made to achieve the ultimate stable abundance represented by the Ten of Pentacles. So the nurturing foundation, the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles point to a time of abundance, creativity, practical grounding, caretaking. You have the ability to build a solid, nurturing, and prosperous future for yourself and others. Intuitive guidance. The High Priestess encourages you to trust your intuition. Sorry, y'all. The High Priestess encourages you to trust your intuition and inner knowledge as you navigate your choices. She represents a deep inner wisdom that is crucial for this period. Passionate, driven. The Queen of Wands represents your confidence, energy, and will to act. She advises you to be bold and focus on what will move you forward, but also be aware of consequences. Let's step into the relationship potential. The Two of Cups signifies a strong, harmonious partnership or union. This could be a romantic connection, but a strong business or friendship alliance. Conflict and challenges. The Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords indicate that a difficult conflict or betrayal may be a major obstacle. This could come from external sources or involve a painful self-inflicted wound from your own actions, sacrifice, and decisions. The card of sacrifice suggests that achieving your goals or desired partnership may require you to give something up. The Two of Pentacles shows that you will need to balance and juggle different demands, finding a way to maintain stability through change. This will bring you stability after doing this. Gaining you temperance. Your temperance energy. Which could possibly be your passion. taking action and leadership. So we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands as well. The Queen of Cups. Six of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands. The World card. The Two of Wands. Let's see what the Two of Wands is. So the Two of Wands is making decisions, planning for the future, and exploring new options. So the Ace of Wands is also new beginnings, creativity, passion, and potential. So this has a lot to do with creativity and new beginnings and taking action. What is the Six of Pentacles? The Six of Pentacles is generosity, charity, and sharing your resources, often involving the balance between giving and receiving. That is with the Queen of Pentacles as well, as far as resourceful and generosity. Bearing of the King of Wands is taking action. Being confident in the visionary leadership who embodies courage and passion. Ambition. So we have the wands out here 1, 2, 3, 4 times. You know what I'm also getting to? I'm getting that maybe someone has betrayed you in some sense. And they're probably thinking of a way to get back into your energy, to start a new beginning and creating something that you all can build as far as a legacy is concerned. But someone has to make some type of sacrifice. And using your intuition and being in your high priestess, which is your intuition, and your empress energy. The empress energy again was fertility, abundance, and sensuality and nurturing. So that can also go along with the Queen of Pentacles in a sense, as far as nurturing is concerned, and the abundance. Maybe it's being called for you to stay in your Empress energy, which is also creativity, nurturing and caring, connection to nature, which is also the Queen of Pentacles, which was connection to nature. Let's see. So if I wanted to pull this Five of Wands, it can mean one or two things. It can mean competition and rivalry between these two individuals, a conflict of some sort, which we have to see conflict, maybe was the past, and or maybe it may occur in this situation here is what I'm also getting. It can also mean a struggle of ambition, which we have read in a few of these cards that was in connections with ambition. But with this Five of Wands, it could be that a struggle to achieve goals and internal conflict of ego or ambition. So it may be someone's ego that may get into the way, but it also could mean growth and opportunity. So it says the card suggests that through this conflict, you can learn to commit to your goals with greater discipline and focus. We also have the Justice card. I mean, not justice, I'm sorry, Judgment. So this is like a rebirth or awakening. Somebody could be awakening to this energy. If that's the case, maybe they see that this could possibly go wrong in a situation, as far as someone coming in to betray you and to come in with their ego-based energy, so it won't work out the way you plan to work out. Or it may possibly work out if you put your differences to the side and work together. That this can bring forth a rebirth to the situation. And that is basically up to you to make this choice to start a new chapter. That's what I'm getting with this also. We have the Knight of Cups. Again, taking action again. So the Knight of Cups. It's called a film or a character of all with shared themes of romance, emotion, artistic, and spiritual pursuits. So we know with the artistic, because it has a lot of creativity here. A lot of creativity energy here. And we also have spiritual pursuits here, because with the High Priestess, with intuition, and we did also have intuitive with the Queen of Pentacles and such. Five of Swords. Is that something that would be tied into this? Let's see. So Five of Swords would be conflict, disagreement, and sense of loss or betrayal, often stemming from a win at all cost mentality. So someone might be coming in with that type of energy as well. That may be the whole reason why this won't go the way it's supposed to go, because someone might be in their ego-based energy, coming in with their strategic plan, and that may be the betrayal right there. That someone's trying to come in at a win at all cost mentality. With the betrayal as well, with the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Let's see. So with this Four of Swords here that came out, it signifies rest, contemplation, and recuperation after a period of stress or conflict. That you may need to rest after this situation. You need to heal, need to recuperate, gain your mental clarity, because somebody was coming in with this betrayal, possibly on a spiritual, mental manipulation of some sort, trying to come in, trying to create this sense of collaboration or cooperation of some sort to work together to build a legacy. But then someone was ego-based and it didn't work out, or probably won't work out. What is this? Oh. So with 10 of Wands, being overburdened by responsibilities, heavy load, or difficult but necessary struggle. So you have to take time to reassess your responsibilities and identify what can be delegated or let go of. A stronger boundaries to avoid taking on more than you can handle. Break down large projects into smaller, more manageable steps. Remember that this is a final phase and the end of the struggle is in sight. I don't know how big this legacy would have gotten for someone, but maybe it might have gotten too big that you may have needed to reassess the responsibilities that were taken. That's probably where the ego base was coming in at. Maybe someone was doing most of the work, or maybe that's the whole plan. Somebody was trying to make someone do most of the work. If that's the case, that's what I can get from this. Wow. And if that don't get resolved because of the heavy burdens, this may cause someone to walk away. This may cause someone to walk away from something that is no longer fulfilling, whether it's a job, relationship, or an old way of thinking. Leaving something behind, spiritual growth, introspection, courage to let go. Or maybe this is what someone already has gone through. We also have the Queen of Swords. Wow. So with the Queen of Swords, you have intelligence, wit, and direct communication, often after experiencing hardship. Wow. So after all of this, having to walk away, someone might have to speak up about whatever this was, is what I'm getting. The card can be advised to communicate more honestly, be more discerning, or stand up for oneself and others. Also, someone who has overcome the challenges that was here. All of these challenges that was hidden and or not. But someone who has overcome the challenges, developing a strong sense of self and independence. She is direct, not easily fooled, with the High Priestess energy, and values honesty and intellectual pursuits. So this is something that someone may also learn from this experience here. Is what I'm getting. And when that is over, with this new insight, spiritual pursuit, as far as gaining the intellect that you needed with this situation that you have gone and overcame, then it will lead you to your happiness, because then you will know how to move forward after this. You will know how to move forward after this, because this has taught you a valuable lesson, is what I would get from this. This will teach you a valuable lesson. Showing gratitude. After a heartbreak. So after a heartbreak, after this, because obviously this will be a heartbreak here. This betrayal and this downfall of a situation is what I was saying. Would be someone's heartbreak, sorrow, loss, betrayal, because someone has been betrayed in a sense. So that would be the lesson. Let's see what this got to do with it. So the Knight of Pentacles would be diligence, reliability, hard work, encouraging a patient and methodical approach to achieve goals. So I guess after dealing with this situation, this is what will bring you your Ten of Cups after you have faced your challenges, learned the lesson. You will be back into your hard work energy, confirmation, back into your hard work energy to achieve your goals towards your happiness is what I would get from this. After dealing with all of this, because someone is going to go through a great deal of betrayal and heartache and heartbreak after dealing with this situation. It's going to lead you to reflect. It's going to lead you to reflect after a period of hard work, after putting in a lot of hard work with the situation that didn't really get you where you needed to be, or it didn't go where you wanted it to go or as planned. It's going to cause you to reflect after doing all of this and to be patient with yourself and to reassess. And once you do that again, it will lead you to your potential rewards, because you will know what and what not to do again. Like, you will learn from the situation. You will find a lesson in what you needed to learn in this situation when moving forward towards your happiness. That's what I'm getting with this. To your Three of Cups. Okay. Three of Cups being your celebration, your community, your friendship. So, not giving up on your dreams and who you are meant to be, and not changing you, but you moving forward to new beginnings and new happiness. And this goes with the Ten of Cups here. The Three of Cups can go with the Ten of Cups, because then you will be finding a joyous celebration within your happiness after you get up out of this situation and learning from whatever it is that you had to learn from, and moving forward, knowing what to look out for with your High Priestess energy, and remaining in your Empress energy is what you're doing here. Remaining in your Empress energy so that you can move forward to get your happiness in your Three of Cups. Because this can also, with your Four of Wands, can bring you celebration, harmony, and stability, because it will bring you something new that's going to make you happy. So you don't got that twice with the Four of Wands and the Three of Cups. Stability and happiness, achievements. Sun card, your happiness, your sunshine. You're going to still shine after the rain. After the rain, after the sorrow, you still will find a light at the end of the tunnel. Confirmation. You will find a light at the end of the tunnel. Out of this darkness, you will find your way out of it into your light. Bringing a death to that situation that you were in. Bringing a death to what didn't work for you. With this lover, with this lover here, with this Queen of Wands is what I would say. Emperor. So with that, I guess you will be stepping into your Emperor energy is what I would say. You will be stepping into your leadership, taking action, and to step into your leadership to, again, we don't see that about 3 times for your stability. It says authority, stability, structure, and responsibility. So you're going to be moving forward into this energy. And when you step into this energy, you're going to be back on top, I guess, working for yourself, or you realize that working with someone in this particular situation, it didn't work. So you will work alone to move forward towards your happiness. So we have the Emperor and we also have the King of Swords. The King of Swords refers to embodying intellectual power, articulation, and skillful communication. Your leadership. So you have leadership here twice, if you want to say. Truth and justice also is what it symbolizes as well. To create on your own, I'm going to say, this means the Page of Cups here means emotional openness, intuition, and creative inspirations. So you're going to step into your leadership again to create, I guess, on your own, because it didn't work out maybe with this person, whoever, however this may see fit for you. It didn't work out with this person, so you are on your journey to doing it, I guess, by yourself, or you will probably call to do it by yourself, because again, with certain situations, everyone is not meant to be on your journey, is how I could also see it. So maybe this was a journey that you were meant to do on your own, and when you do that, you will find fulfillment in that within yourself, stepping into your leadership. Is what I'm getting with that. And once you do, I would say that this Five of Cups is that whoever you may have been working with, whoever this Queen of Wands was, I feel will feel a sense of regret and disappointment, and feel that they have lost a good person that they could have worked with, is what I'm getting with this. And missed opportunity, that the person would have missed out on this opportunity which you had they have done it the way they were supposed to do it, and not come in with this deception and betrayal, win at all costs type of mentality. If they would have just worked together, if you guys would have worked together in any way, shape, or form, if this resonates with you, it would have worked out the way it was supposed to work out for this Three of Wands, for this celebratory state, or for a happy ending, basically, because I'm sure if things would have worked out, this would have expanded into something, this business adventure, or whatever this was, would have expanded to something great. But now you will have the vision to do it on your own, to expand on your own, to take action and progress, and have confidence in achieving this goal that you are trying to achieve, is what I'm getting. Which will probably cause this person to go through a nostalgia moment. Probably think about some of the happy things that you guys have done in the past. How kind you were and how generous you were. How innocent and pure you were. How the connection was of a harmony connection. How it was basically healthy and should have been reciprocal. That's what I'm getting. Gaining this mental clarity and having a breakthrough moment. Going through this nostalgia, the Six of Cups, on how they should have handled the situation, and or how this endeavor could have been. This could be past, present, or future. The situation here for someone. Going through this mental clarity on how they could have, again, Page of Swords. How they could have, one second. How they could have communicated a little bit better than what they probably have, so that you guys could come up with new ideas. And or this could be you stepping into your intellectual energy and coming up with new ideas, because you the star. Okay. With this being inspired for new opportunities and beginnings, and being creative and going on this adventurous journey now, that is just you. Now you got to come up with new ideas and tap into your star energy using your intuition, because the moon can also be intuition. And also moving through any illusions, because any hidden truths, anything that you have dealt with before with this person or with anyone, you will look out for that moving forward. Learning, being in your high priestess energy, learning from what you have went through and applying it to what you may be facing moving forward. So that you don't fall for the same tricks again. Stepping into your Six of Swords energy, again, from the Moon card, using your intuition, moving from a difficult situation towards a more peaceful state. Because when you are aware, now you know. And we also have the Ace of Pentacles. Matter of fact, the Page of Pentacles, I'm sorry. So with the Page of Pentacles, go ahead, new beginnings. You don't got new beginnings so many times here. So after this situation is definitely what I'm getting. After the situation of betrayal, however this had turned out for you, you have learned from this lesson. You have gained knowledge on how to move forward into this new adventure, this new beginning, using your intuition, your high priestess energy to know what to look out for moving forward as you go towards your 10 of Cups and your 3 of Cups, your happiness. Manifesting your opportunities and getting good news behind it or for it. You know? Because you stood your ground and defended your position and persevering through these challenges. So this could be your good news right here, because you stood your ground and you moved forward. You persevered through this, whatever this situation was. You was courageous enough. You was assertive. With this Queen of Swords, you was assertive through this competition that this person may have been coming in with that win at all costs mentality. Get into your King of Pentacles. Which is your financial abundance. Your material success, financial abundance, and stability achieved through patience, and hard work and leadership. Because we did see the Emperor and the King of Wands, which symbolizes the leadership and action energy. So this is basically confirming that right here. Also groundedness, being that you're staying grounded in your Queen of Pentacles energy. Staying grounded through this whole situation so that you could be able to move forward, persevere towards what it is that you are now on the verge of doing on your own, possibly. Because you broke free of this stalemate energy, because basically it had to been some type of stalemate energy, because if you was the only one doing the work and you was being betrayed through all of this, it wasn't an equal give and take. It wasn't an equal give and take. It wasn't reciprocity. It wasn't giving and receiving. It was a stalemate type of situation. Maybe somebody was doing all the work, blindfolded awareness, because you probably didn't see what this whole plan was that this person had. So now you're being careful. Now you're being careful. Confirmation. Now you're being careful with who you emotionally open up to, using your intuition and using your creative inspiration to being creative with what it is that you have going for yourself, which will bring you your Ace of Pentacles, which is your new beginnings and opportunities, and manifesting your prosperity and being grounded in the element of earth. So we done got grounded so many times too, because this took a lot. This here took a lot. And we got Ace of Cups. See? New beginnings again. New beginnings. Ace of Cups represents new beginnings, love, and emotional fulfillment. So this may bring you, again, your emotional fulfillment, whatever this may be for you moving forward. And or, like I said, it could possibly be another way, because maybe this is what you have gone through with someone, and they had to go through the loss of losing you. They had to go through the loss of losing you after doing this here, this whatever plan that they had to win at all costs, that didn't get them anywhere with you, but just you leaving and walking away and going forth on your own journey to create and manifest your own desires. It's also what I'm getting, that they may have reflected, as we have pulled some cards in here, reflected and had to reassess and how they could have made things better, how they could have done things better. And again, it's up to you. This is your free will to be able to take them back, if that is the case for you, and or this new endeavor that you are on now, being in your own leadership and going down your own road of creativity and creating something for yourself, can bring in forth this new love and beginning. Confirmation. The journey, again, being on this journey will bring you your One of Pentacles and your Ace of Pentacles and your Ace of Cups, your new beginnings. Going on this journey of leadership and creativity is what I could get from this. I hope I'm not losing anyone here. I hope you guys are following and that it resonates with you in any way, shape, or form. So we have the Nine of Cups, which means, hold on. Okay, so the Nine of Cups, again, is the wish fulfillment, deep contentment, and emotional satisfaction. So this is the journey that you're on. You're on a journey of creating and finding a new beginning, something that's going to bring you a wish fulfillment, a deep contentment, and emotional satisfaction, something that you probably didn't get with this last connection here, or this last situation, whatever this was, this business that you may have gone through with this Queen of Swords. This is what you're moving forward to, and the will, it will be in your favor in doing this, because you are the magician. You are here to, you're going to step into your leadership to create what you want. You're going to create your wish fulfillment. That's what this is, because you done gone into a hermit mode and reflecting and seeing how it is that you had to go through the situation to move forward. with your 9 of Wands, being resilient and persevering and being cautious and hopeful outlook of enduring many challenges. This is, see, because you was resilient and persevered through all of this, through this challenge, through this heartbreak, through this situation. You are now stepping into your leadership. You're in your own creativity. You're using your intuition along your journey to manifest after being in hermit mode and introspecting what it is that you needed to do for your wish fulfillment, is what I'm getting with this. So we have 7 of Pentacles. Again, with the hermit mode, you had to reflect after after a period of hard work, patience, and assessing the potential rewards is what this is leading you to. This is what your transition is. The 6 of Swords. I'm not even swords, I'm sorry. Hold on. Right. Six of Wands, I'm sorry, means your victory and success, your public recognition for hard work. This is what it's going to lead you to. Okay? Sorry about that. I had to correct myself. But yes, this is what's going to lead you to moving forward. Your Chariot. You're moving forward from this. You're moving forward. Because of your hard work. You isolated. And now it says hardship, isolation, and financial or material struggle. After this struggle that you have gone through, you're able to move forward. After this loss of whatever this situation was, you're able to move forward. And this is your justice. This is your justice. For your 3 of Pentacles. For your happiness. Because you've learned. Because it says teamwork, collaboration, and the refinement of skills throughout apprenticeship and learning. But you have learned, is what I'm getting. Your justice is that you have learned from this situation. Okay? And with this journey, you are moving forward with rapid progress, swift action, and quick communication. This is what you're going to be stepping into. Rapid progress, swift action, confirmation, and quick communication. With this 9 of Pentacles, with this financial independence energy that you have going on now, being self-sufficient and enjoying the fruits of your labor. Okay? Because you have mastered the skills or craft representing diligence, hard work, and attention to detail, paying attention to any illusions, anything that seems out of order, using your high priestess energy, tapping into your intuition. Confirmation. Excuse me. With the Knight of Swords. Which is also, again, swift action, ambition, and intellectual pursuits, often depicting a charging knight in battle. So you're on go mode with this. You like, I can't waste any more time. I don't waste enough time with the situation. I need to move forward on with what it is that I want to do for myself and my endeavors. I've learned from this situation. I am moving forward, taking action with my own life and creating my own destiny, my own wish fulfillment, and using my intuition moving forward. being the Hierophant, because you were inspired, being inspired to do this. Or this has inspired you to do this. That's what I'm getting. This has inspired you to do this. This ordeal that you done went through has inspired you to, you know what, go on your own. You know, do what it is that you need to do, because you were in despair. You had anxiety. You had fears. You know, you was dwelling on the past, or you had, you know, worries or some sort. So it's like you had to just let that go so that you can move forward into this new energy. That was the tower that you had to go through. Okay? So this is in reverse. So this is in reverse, being that resisting inevitable change. So what, you couldn't resist this change right here. This is something that was going to happen. It had to play out, I guess, this way so that you could be able to have this insight here on how to move forward and how to handle people in situations, and, you know, tapping into your intuition, and I guess not being so trustworthy with people in this type of situation or dynamic is what I'm going to probably say. And it's giving you a chance to rebuild, because it says resisting inevitable change, delaying a crisis or a period of internal turmoil followed by a chance to rebuild. So this situation has given you a chance to rebuild yourself, which will bring in your stability. Your stability. No. So this says empathy, introspection, and missed opportunities, because you can't afford to miss out on any opportunities moving forward for yourself. You had to introspect. You had to reflect on a lot of things, on what happened here. And you see now with the moon, with the intuition, and your high priestess with the intuition, you don't got that a few times out here, that dealing with this situation would have caused you to miss out on any opportunities. So this is why you went on your own journey to do what it is that you needed to do, so you could find what you would align with, which will bring you stability and contentment. And we done got that card out here before, where it said contentment and stability. Because you're no longer trapped and limited. Confirmation. Okay? You're no longer trapped. This might have been a situation where it would have trapped you in a business situation. Money tied up in some situation because you're working with someone else. So, like, you guys would have had to, you know, probably go through legalities to, you know, figure out how you want to, you know, handle the money situation as far as concerned, or what you guys might have made within this ordeal before it went the way it went, is what I'm getting with this. Okay, well, that's all my cards, y'all. So let's see if we can get an additional message. I mean, I don't know. I feel like this was a story here. I mean, I wanted to see how this can go. I wanted to see how far I can go with this, and tap me out of my cards. So if this resonated, wow, and wow. So the additional message we got from this is grounding. So I had some cards that fell down. Let me get them. So we got grounding. We got inner peace. Now that you done ground yourself out of the situation, you done found your inner peace to move on this new journey that you're moving forward on. You had to stand your ground in this situation. You also had to study the situation, study yourself, study the people that you were working with. And with that Queen of Swords, you had to speak up, confirmation. You had to speak up on that situation. Like, listen, this is not going to work. I see what you're doing. It's not going to work. It's going to cause us to go downhill. And it gained you your abundance after you done walked away from the situation. This, wow. Wow. This is, wow. This is wow. I don't know who this may resonate with. At the bottom of the deck is find the lesson. Wow. Found the lesson. And we also have boundless of possibilities. And now you're being present in the situation because you had to let all of this go. Once you let all this go, you broke free and let all this go from a difficult road that you was on. I guess possibly enabling the situation or whatever that situation was. You didn't have to go into solitude and connect to your intuition. And then you had to reassess the situation. And you had to make a choice to let it go using your warrior spirit. After you reflect again and had to trust in yourself that you could be able to confirmation and accept and take a chance, because you had to consider your options on the situation. You had to listen to spirit and follow your passions. After being patient in the situation, connected to your spirit team, and now you're able to expand because you have released the attachments. You have released the judgment. You have stepped into your wisdom and into your authenticity because you have paused and had to rediscover yourself or discover yourself after you had to do your Queens of Swords, speak your truth, after you had to walk away because you were possibly stuck in some sort of fear with the situation and or scattered energy. And you may have needed to have possibly seek professional assistance with the situation and find self-love, because self-love, you will have to love yourself to leave that situation and honor yourself. And or you were honored from the spirit team because you have done this, because you have opened up to them and you have resolved the situation. You have saw it through. You saw through the situation. You had to see through the situation so that you could be able to make that choice that you had to make. And it may have possibly left you in a victim mindset and feeling self-doubt. But you had to take a step back and have faith in the situation, which has brought you your reward and recognition. So now you're able to soar because you have healed and you was brave enough and you have forgiven the situation and or the person. And it took you courage to do this. And now you're planning and strategizing your next move moving forward after you had released this situation because it was depleting you. After you reached out to your spirit team, praying and giving gratitude because you felt stuck in a situation, but now you're able to make a fresh start. After you detached, and now that you're able to, once you're able to detach, you're able to gain your miracles because you was listening to your soul's whisper, and you might have felt the shame, and then you had to figure out if it says you carried the burden for far too long. You have carried that burden, whatever it was that you were going through with this whole situation. You have carried the burden, and now you had to release it. The guilt you've placed on yourself and start a new chapter in your life. Set a new goal and begin taking action towards happiness. And this is what you've been